Now we are connected. Wherever you are at this moment, I am very happy that you are here. I believe nothing happens by chance, and today your angels have brought you to this message for a very special reason. As we enter the month of July, heaven announces that a new cycle of miracles, blessings, and opportunities is beginning to open before you. And by being here in this moment, you are among those who have been guided to receive this message. To open your heart and declare that you are ready for everything heaven wants to pour into your life, write in the comments, "I am ready for the miracles of July." By doing this, strengthen your faith and receive this message with an open heart. You are very welcome, my dear family of light. I am deeply grateful to have you here with me once again. And if this is your first time visiting this channel, receive a warm welcome. I hope this message deeply touches your heart. Now take a deep breath for a moment and allow your mind to calm down. Open your heart, because God has sent His angels to speak directly to you. This is the final message that heaven wishes to deliver before the start of this new month. Throughout the month of July, the angels will walk beside you, protecting your steps, strengthening your faith, and opening paths that you may not yet be able to see. And this is the first guidance they want you to carry with you throughout this month. Set your priorities. The angels show that it is time to place your energy on what truly matters. Do not allow distractions to steal your focus. You are moving into a new phase of your life, and this progress requires conscious decisions. Direct your attention toward the dreams and purposes that God has placed in your heart. There are many distractions around you at this moment. Thoughts, worries, situations that only drain your energy. But heaven asks you to remain firm. Remove everything that does not bring you closer to the purpose God has prepared for your life. In this new cycle, the angels reinforce this calling once again. They say once more, do not let distractions pull you away from your destiny. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to prioritize what truly matters. Keep your mind focused on what you want to build. Refuse everything that only steals your peace, your energy, and your time. This is the first message heaven places before you today. Keep every one of these words in your heart, because they can transform the way you will live this new month. They also draw your attention to the number 888. If this number starts appearing to you in the coming days, receive it as a sign of hope. The angels show that 888 announces a time of abundance, prosperity, and divine provision. It is a reminder that God is opening paths, multiplying opportunities, and preparing blessings that will arrive at the right time. If you wish, write down this number or keep it with you during this month. Whenever it appears, remember this message. God knows your needs, honors your perseverance, and continues guiding your steps. The abundance that heaven is preparing can manifest in many ways. As doors opening, as growth, as provision, as unexpected opportunities, as peace, health, restored relationships, or even through financial life. What matters is understanding that God is preparing a time of harvest. Therefore, the angels ask you to remain focused. Do not allow distractions to make you lose what the Lord is building. Keep walking. Keep trusting. You are on the right path. And this is the confirmation your heart needed to receive today. You are walking toward the prosperity and abundance that God has prepared for your life. Perhaps this transformation is not fully visible yet, but it has already begun. It grows silently while God organizes every detail of what will be delivered at the right time. At the same time, the angels show that this will be a month of action. Organize your energy. Set priorities. Strengthen your routine. Direct your time toward what truly brings you closer to the dreams God placed in your heart. There may be something you need to leave behind, or responsibilities you no longer need to carry alone. Trust more in God and do only what is within your reach. When your energy is directed toward what truly matters, paths begin to open naturally. But there is a warning. Some distractions will try to pull you away from the purpose God has prepared. They may appear as fear, anxiety, negative thoughts, habits that weaken your journey, or people and situations that steal your peace. Each person will recognize this message in a different way. But the angels want you to know that none of these obstacles is greater than the presence of God in your life. During this month, your spiritual discernment will also be strengthened. You will notice signs that once went unnoticed. You will feel more clearly which paths bring you closer to peace, and which ones only distance you from God's purpose. If at times you feel more sensitive, do not be afraid. This is part of the spiritual maturation process the Lord is carrying out in your life. Some situations may still seem challenging, but this phase is only temporary. God is already preparing your way out. You will win. You will overcome. And one day you will look back and understand that all of this was part of the preparation to live something much greater. As you continue listening to this message, allow God to speak directly to your heart. Perhaps through a word, through a memory, through a peace you cannot explain. Receive everything that resonates with your journey, because the angels know exactly what your heart needs to hear at this moment. As you open your heart to this message, your faith and your spiritual discernment are also strengthened. And this is one of the greatest gifts God gives to those who learn to hear His voice. That is why I feel deeply moved when I read the comments from people who say how these messages arrived exactly at the moment they needed them most, bringing comfort, direction, and hope into their lives. If this message spoke to you today, share your experience in the comments. Your testimony may be exactly the confirmation someone else needs to receive. The angels show that as you enter the month of July, you are being called to walk with more focus and clarity. Now is the time to define what you truly want to experience. After that, take the first step. Even if it seems small, do not allow obstacles to make you give up. No challenge is greater than the strength God is placing within you. The angels reveal that many blockages are beginning to be removed in this new cycle. Situations that once felt stuck are beginning to move. Doors that were closed are starting to open. Answers are beginning to arrive. While all of this happens, heaven invites you to remain flexible. God does not always guide our paths in the way we imagine. Sometimes He changes direction just to lead us to something much greater. Therefore, trust the adjustments that occur along your journey. Remain open. Each person will experience this message in a unique way. Some words may touch your heart deeply, while others may resonate more with someone else. Allow God to confirm only what belongs to your path. And if you feel this message may bless someone, share this video. Sometimes a simple gesture can completely transform someone's day. The angels also draw your attention to certain numbers that may begin to appear frequently in the coming days. In addition to the number 888, also notice signs such as 111, 444, and 777. When these numbers appear before you, receive them with an open heart. They are reminders that you are not alone. The angels use small synchronicities to strengthen your faith and remind you that God continues to guide every step of your journey. These signs indicate that you are going through an important period of transformation. Even if this process feels challenging at times, it is preparing you for a new cycle of blessings. If you feel you have been dedicating a lot of energy to your responsibilities, the angels bring an important message. It is not about doing more. It is about doing better. With balance. With wisdom. With purpose. Respect your time. Organize your routine. Set aside a few minutes each day to be in the presence of God. Pray. Be still. Strengthen your faith. It is these small actions, done consistently, that create the greatest transformations. Prosperity flourishes where perseverance exists. Peace grows where balance exists. And miracles manifest in the lives of those who keep walking, even without seeing the entire path. That's why you should carry these 3 words with you throughout the entire month of July. Faith, consistency, trust. When these 3 forces walk together, you create space for God to accomplish what once seemed impossible, and you allow miracles to find their way into your life. The angels also reveal that many of you have lived for a long time in a constant state of alert. Like true warriors, always expecting the next problem, the next difficulty, the next battle. But they want to bring an important message to your heart. You no longer need to live as if you are in constant danger. It is time to rest from this burden, to surrender your worries to God, to allow peace to take the place of fear, because the weight you have been carrying, the stress, the anxiety, the constant worries, all of this does not need to keep controlling your life. Throughout this month of July, allow yourself to breathe more deeply. Trust that your angels are walking beside you. They are strengthening you with every step. And everything indicates that this will be a period of great growth, of victories, of answers, of doors beginning to open. In fact, the angels show that you have been prepared for a long time to live what is about to happen. You are more ready than you realize. And I feel that something truly important is approaching. Something that may mark a new stage of your life. All of this is part of the time of abundance that God is preparing for you. A time of growth, of expansion, of new opportunities. But the angels also remind you that miracles happen when we walk together with God. Heaven opens doors, strengthens your steps, illuminates the path. But you must also keep walking. That is why maintaining a balanced routine, cultivating good habits, and staying firm in what is good for your soul will be very important this month. At the same time, the angels offer a warning. There are situations that will try to divert you from this path. Distractions, discouragement, old habits, negative thoughts, all of those things that try to pull you away from the purpose God is building in your life. Perhaps some challenges may seem real and even difficult to overcome. But the angels want to remind you that you are much greater than any obstacle. Deep down, you already know which area of your life needs more attention. And perhaps this is exactly the moment to take the first steps toward transformation. So do not give up. Keep walking. Do not stop now. Keep this truth in your heart. You are stronger than any blockage you have faced so far. Some challenges remain for so long that they begin to feel like part of our identity. But that is not true. They do not define who you are. It could be a fear, a habit that needs to be left behind, an insecurity, or a belief that limits your growth. All of this can be transformed when you allow God to guide your life and strengthen your heart. The angels also show that your spiritual sensitivity is being awakened. Each day, it will become easier to perceive the signs of God, to recognize the paths that draw you closer to the light, and to identify everything that no longer belongs to the new person the Lord is shaping in your life. This is a time of discernment, a calling to observe more carefully everything that is part of your life. Perhaps there are habits, thoughts, or situations that once seemed normal, but today no longer align with the person you are becoming. This is an invitation to take better care of yourself, of your mind, of your heart, of your energy, and of the way you use what God has placed in your hands. Some things may feel comfortable in the moment, but end up pulling you away from the abundant life the Lord desires for you. That is why this is a month of conscious choices. It may also be the moment to leave something behind or change the way you handle certain situations. The angels show that, at times, pride or the need for control can block the flow of blessings. Therefore, in this month of July, allow God to guide your steps. Trust more. Open your heart. Accept that the path will not always be as you imagined, but it will be exactly what you need. Many of you have felt for some time that a change is coming. There may even be a sense of fatigue from waiting. But the angels bring a message of peace. The time of waiting is never wasted. It is in this time that God strengthens your faith and prepares what cannot yet be seen. Now, more than ever, the call is to slow down. One step at a time. One day at a time. The greatest miracles are born from consistency and trust. Some obstacles may seem bigger than they truly are. They appear as distractions, negative thoughts, discouragement, or situations that try to take your focus away. That is why you should ask for discernment daily. Observe what strengthens your peace and what drains your energy. It may be time to distance yourself from heavy environments, draining relationships, or habits that no longer make sense. The angels remind you, you always have a choice: to remain where you are, or to move toward the purpose God has prepared for you. July will be a month of transformation and renewal, a time of inner and outer changes. For some, this may mean moving homes, changing jobs, or changing environments. For others, it will mean reorganizing routines and personal life. But in all cases, it will be a movement of liberation. Letting go of the past, releasing old emotions, closing cycles. The angels show that you are being freed from something that no longer belongs to your journey. It could be a relationship, a habit, or a specific situation. Even if it feels difficult, you are not trapped. God is already opening new paths. Everything you organize today, your routine, your priorities, and your discipline, is preparing the ground for the new. You may feel as if you are swimming against the current. But growth requires courage. And if today you are wondering where prosperity is, receive this confirmation. It has already begun. God is simply removing confusion, fears, and limitations so you can see what is already being prepared. That is why the angels encourage a daily practice this month. Something simple, but consistent. Prayer, gratitude, silence, or connection with God. Small actions repeated daily create great transformations. The angels also highlight the number 888. If it appears to you, receive it as a sign of abundance and divine alignment. The 888 represents prosperity, expansion, and God's provision over your life. It is a reminder that you are entering a cycle of blessings and growth. Another important message for this moment is the number 111. It represents new beginnings and the opening of paths. It shows that your thoughts, your faith, and your energy are creating a new reality. Together, these signs confirm you are being guided into a new phase of your life. Another important guidance for July is gentleness. Act calmly. Speak wisely. Choose your battles. Not everything deserves your energy. Serenity will have more power than any confrontation. If someone acts with aggression, maintain your peace. Remain firm, but balanced. This attitude will open paths and attract blessings. Also, pay attention to the signs from God. Repeated numbers, feathers, birds, or small synchronicities may appear as reminders that you are not alone. To conclude, the angels show that you are going through a major transformation. One cycle is ending and another is beginning. Old pains are being transformed into wisdom. And important revelations will arrive at the right time. Blessings that currently seem invisible will begin to manifest. Trust. Keep walking. The angels are preparing the path before you. May your month of July be filled with peace, protection, miracles, and abundant blessings. If this message touched your heart, write in the comments, "I receive the miracles of July." And remember, God never abandons those who trust in Him. Thank you for being here. May God bless you, and see you in the next message.